Alright guys, so we have a new mascara from KVD. Also from KVD we have new shades of the Tattoo Pencil Liner. I didn't swatch any of them, so we are gonna do that today. Then we have another exciting product from Givenchy. This is a moisturizing compact cream SPF 30. And one of the things that gets me super excited about this product is the fact that it's meant to blur out your large pores. The Easy Bake powder from Huda Beauty should be amazing as well. So of course we are gonna give it a try together now. And then lastly, but two products which I definitely want to try together with you guys today. This is the Maybelline Super Stay 24 Hours Skin Tint. For some reason I didn't have the chance to try this one so far, and everyone is asking me on all my channels, especially on TikTok, what do I think about it. So today is the day we are testing it together. And I bought something from House Labs as well. This color gets me insanely excited. It should be very pigmented. There are some other new launches as well which I want to try together with you guys. So make yourself cozy, bring a coffee, and let's get into it. First things first, before I'm applying any makeup products, I'm gonna apply a lip balm just because I want to make sure that my lips are very well moisturized. I'm gonna use this one from Nude Sticks. It's one of those products which comes with me everywhere I go. Okay, this one feels so nice on the lips. Let's move on with the moisturizer from Givenchy. I didn't try it in advance just because I really wanted to show you guys the packaging. I think it's so beautiful. It comes with a compact mirror, which I think it's so pretty to have. It opens like this, and right here inside I had the sponge. I'm gonna take the product directly with the sponge, and I'm just gonna apply it first of all on my large pores. I think it's the very first time when I'm applying a moisturizer with one of these sponges. I always used my fingers. Okay, so I think I applied more than enough. It's kind of weird when you apply it with a sponge because you don't know exactly how much product you should apply, because so far it feels like all the moisturizer that I applied, it got absorbed into the skin super fast, especially here on my T-zone, which is really lovely. Because it's a skincare product, I'm not expecting to see results from the first application only. Let's move on with the Maybelline Super Stay 24 Hours Skin Tint. I bought this one in shade 30. I went to Superdrug yesterday and it was so hard to figure out which one is my shade. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna shake it a little bit. Let's see if this one worth the hype or not, because I've seen so many people talking about it. Now, because it's a skin tint, not actually expecting to see a huge coverage. Let's have a look. Let's see. I'm actually gonna apply it only half of the face so we can see the difference. Recently I bought these sponge holders and I think they make such a huge difference. Okay, so I'm not sure how well you can see this on the camera, but it has a really nice coverage and it looks so healthy, which makes a huge difference for those days you don't want to wear like a full glam look. And you know what, I think I'm gonna blend it on this side using a brush. I think I applied a little bit on my trousers as well. Use this Real Techniques brush to blend it out, and I'm just trying to see if there is any difference in the finish. Yeah, definitely it's much more high coverage, but don't get me wrong, it's not like it's not looking good. It's actually looking so pretty. I'm gonna use the brush to try to get the same finish on the other side as well, the same coverage. It's really beautiful, guys. Definitely apply it with a brush, and it looks so healthy. And the fact that it doesn't emphasize any skin texture, oh my god, this is the joy. I think the real question is now, why did it take me so long to try it out? Let's move on with the concealer. I'm in between these two concealers now. I think I'm gonna use the one from Shiseido just because I've used way too often the one from Huda Beauty, the Full Filter Concealer. It's one of my favorites. I'm actually super impressed with so many products from Huda Beauty recently, and that's the reason I'm actually excited to try the pressed powder. If it's the same as the loose powder, then I will be over the moon. I love to use a good powder. I am actually obsessed with a good powder because it makes a huge difference in my skin texture. And also when I find a good powder that blurs out my large pores. I know I'm talking about large pores all over the time, but if you guys struggle with this, you'll actually know how important it is to find the products that work for you. So I'm gonna use this brush from Real Techniques to blend it out. It has a really nice shape which allows you so easily to blend out the concealer. It looks so healthy on the skin, which is something I definitely love. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave it like this for now. My personal opinion is that it's much better to try to build up the products instead of trying to blend them out. Okay, now it's time for another creamy product. Before we start to set everything with powder, this is insanely pigmented, and I know because I went to Sephora and I swatched it before I applied it, and I was like, I know it's red, I know it's way too pigmented, I know it's way too crazy, but I just need to have it. And when I bought it, I was like, I'm gonna use this one as a lipstick, but I just can't help myself today and I'm gonna use it as a blush. As you can see, this is the amount of product that I've applied. Is the tiniest amount possible because guys, it's very pigmented. It's insanely pigmented. So I'm gonna start to apply it on my cheeks first. As you can see, it's hugely pigmented, but it looks so nice. And if you're gonna blend it out very well, then you will get the most beautiful healthy finish, which is something, as I mentioned, I adore. So I think on the camera it looks way much pigmented than you can see it in reality. I love it. I love it so much. If you feel like it's way too intense, one thing I love to do is to take either the beauty blender, either the brush, the ones that I've used to apply the foundation and the concealer, and just try to blend it out a little bit nicely. It looks so healthy, so pretty. I also forgot to mention that this one dries quite fast as well. It's like with the Rare Beauty blushes, you have to work really fast, otherwise they will get dry and they won't look nice. I have an idea now. I should use this one as an eyeliner as well. I think it's gonna look so pretty on Christmas time. I can do a red eyeliner. I have no idea what I'm thinking about Christmas, guys. I'm not trying to skip any seasons here. I'm getting super excited about the fall season as well. But Christmas is my favorite. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Okay, it looks nice. It looks super healthy. Once you apply it and it gets dry, it's gonna stay there. And it's gonna stay there for a while and it's gonna be hard to remove it. I am simply obsessed with the finish. Oh my god, I need one more coffee sip. And now we can move on with the next product, which is gonna be... Let me see if I have any creamy products. No, I don't think I have any creamy products, so I'm gonna apply a little bit of setting spray and then we can go with the Easy Bake powder from Huda Beauty. Okay, let's apply the powder. I have makeup sponges like the rest of my life. There are so many here in this box. I think I'm never gonna be able to find the right words to express how grateful I am for receiving so many beautiful PR packages from so many beautiful brands. So they kindly sent me the powder in 3 shades. One of them is called Cherry Blossom Cake. We also have Pound Cake and we also have Cupcake. I love the packaging so much. Again, I think it's one of those products that will fit so easily in your purse when you're traveling, and the fact that it has a mirror as well, it makes a huge difference. Right here underneath you can find the sponge, and you can use this one to apply the powder. So when I've applied this one last time, I did it in one of my tutorials on TikTok, and this powder is actually supposed to add breadth underneath your eyes. So if you have large pores, as I do, just make sure that you are not applying it all over those large pores, because it's not gonna smooth them out, it's not gonna blur them in any way. Actually, because it's a brightening powder, my feeling is that it's making them even more visible, as any highlighter would do. So my recommendation is to apply first the loose powder on those areas where you actually want to blur any large pores, where you want to blur any skin imperfections. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do today. I'm just gonna make sure that I don't take way too much product, and each time I'm gonna apply it on my palm, and only after that I'm gonna go with the powder underneath the eyes and on my T-zone. I know all the powders are supposed to do the same thing, to blur, to set, but this one is actually one of those powders that is gonna set your makeup during the entire day. I think maybe at some point at the end of the day I would need like a few touch-ups. Other than that, I'm super impressed with how nicely the finish is. Okay, so for now I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm going to bake a little bit with this powder as well, a tiny bit around my nose. Okay, now let's leave this powder to do its job for a couple of minutes, and I'm gonna move on with this powder. Which one shall we apply? Let's apply this one, and this is the Cherry Blossom Cake. This is how it looks like. I'm gonna use one of these sponges to apply it. This one has more like a pinkish finish. I'm also gonna apply it underneath my eyes because I love a little bit of bright. And then I'm gonna try to go with it towards the end of my temples because I want to give that illusion of a lifting effect. I love it. It looks so healthy. It looks super pretty. I think I love this shade much more than the other ones. The one that I've applied last time is in shade Cupcake. That one is super pretty as well, but I think the shade of this powder actually works much better with the shade of the blush that I've applied. I think it gives more like that pink under eye finish, but once again make sure you are not applying it to smooth out any large pores because it's not gonna do that, and it's actually not meant to do that. Let's move on with a little bit of bronzer. I'm gonna use the Too Faced Chocolate Longwear Matte Bronzer. I love products which have like a matte finish because I'm an oily skin girl, and I always try to find like a nice balance between dewy, between glowy, between matte, between shimmery finishes. I think it's so important to be able to choose the products depending on your skin type and depending on your preferences as well, because in the end I think this is one of the most important things, to just play with makeup and use whatever works for you. And this bronzer has such a healthy finish. It's one of those products that it's matte and at the same time has a beautiful healthy finish, which is matte but it's luminous, if it makes any sense. I know it's kind of weird to say about a bronzer that it's luminous, but it is, guys. It looks healthy, which is something that I definitely love. I'm using one of these big brushes to apply it just because I don't want to be very precise with it. I want to apply like a little bit of dimension to the skin. Last but not least, I'm gonna apply a tiny bit on my forehead as well. Okay guys, skin looks good, and now it's time to swatch this lip. Why do I say lip liners? Because they are not lip liners, they are tattoo pencil liners. I think I know why I'm saying this, because I've used one of these not lip liners. I've used one of these liners to create a lip combo which went viral on TikTok. I think I had like 3 million views or 2 million views. I don't even remember exactly. And since then I've used this pencil as lip liners. They're super beautiful, but they are so hard to remove. So let's swatch all of these shades. This one is Chromite Black. I hope I've pronounced it right. I believe this one is gonna look super nice, then smoky eye look. So I'm gonna keep this one for now, just because I think I might use it for the look that I'm gonna do today. This one is Canvas Beige. This is a beautiful shade that is gonna look so nice on the waterline. Not sure how well you can see this shade on the camera. In my opinion, applying a beige color on the waterline, it looks much more flattering than applying a white shade. And talking about white, it seems that we have a white pencil as well. So this is not like entirely white. It has a little bit of sparkle in it. Somehow I feel like I'm getting festive with this shade. We have a green shade, which I'm gonna be honest, I got super excited about it when I saw it, because I love bold colors, and I think, yeah, it looks so good. Makes me think about summertime. But I think I'm gonna use the black color, which has a little bit of shimmer. I'm just gonna create the first line. I'm not super precise with it, just because at the end I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna try to smudge the eyeliner, and in the end I'm gonna create a beautiful smoked liner, if there is such a thing, but I'm pretty sure that you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like this. Now I'm trying to smudge it using a brush, and I have to move fast, super fast, because once they get dry, it's gonna be absolutely impossible to move them. I'm applying so much pressure. I'm not sure if you can see this well enough on the camera. It's not moving. It's literally not moving at all. So what I'm gonna do is to take a little bit of product on my brush, and then I'm gonna try to make it a little bit thinner at the end of the eye, because I want to have like a beautiful liner. And voila, I think it looks much better now. I am simply obsessed with these liners, but I actually find it super hard to smudge them. The next thing that I'm planning to do is to take a brown eyeshadow, and I'm gonna apply this one on my lower lashes. All the shades in this eyeshadow palette are super pigmented, and they blend so nice as well. This is Too Faced The Natural Nudes, and all the shades are so pretty. I've used shade Truffle now. Okay, so I think it looks quite nice so far. Now I'm gonna use Canvas Beige on the waterline. Oh my god, I already love it. Right, now I want to connect all these colors super nicely together, and I'm applying in the crease the same eyeshadow, the same color that I've applied on the lower lashes, and now I just blend it out nicely. I changed the brush to blend it out. I felt like I need a bigger brush. Now I have to decide what I'm gonna put on the eyelid, on the rest of the eyelid. Okay, so I'm applying this eyeshadow on the rest of the eyelid, and I'm quite happy with the result. I've used this shade, which is called Petal. I don't want to blend it, I just want more intensity, so therefore I'm applying it using tapping motions. I'm gonna curl the lashes. I'm gonna apply the mascara. I'm using KVD Full Sleeve Mascara. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I love to apply it only at the ends of my lashes instead of going with it at the roots of my lashes. I think it makes a huge difference, at least for my lashes. I think lately I'm so much more into lengthening mascaras than mascaras that add volume to my lashes, and this one really does the job. This is a tubing mascara, so this means that it's gonna be so easily to remove it just with water and gentle pressure. Okay, let's do a nice lip combo. The lip liner is from RMS. It's so creamy. I love so much when you can use these lip liners all over the lips. I could leave it like this because it looks just stunning, but recently I've discovered this lip gloss from Fenty Beauty, which I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Let me apply it to show you how it looks like. Literally stunning, so pretty. Right guys, so I felt like something is missing at the eye makeup, and I decided to apply a little bit of highlighter in the inner corner of the eye, mainly on the lower lashes, just to make a nice connection between all of these colors. And now I can definitely say that I'm much happier with the final result. I think I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of highlighter, and I'm gonna apply it on the highest points of my cheeks as well. I'm not a huge highlighter lover, but if I make sure I apply the product only on those specific points where it doesn't emphasize my skin texture, my large pores as well, and I think it makes such a huge difference. I think that's the final look. I'm quite happy with the final result, and in the same time I'm quite happy with all the products that I've tried today. If I would have to name some of the things that you guys should actually take from today's video, is to make sure that when you apply the powder from Huda Beauty, and I'm talking about the pressed one, make sure that you don't use it to blur any large pores or to hide any skin imperfections, because it's not gonna do that. It's a brightening powder. If you're using the KVD lip liners, then don't forget that they are super pigmented, and they are very long lasting as well. You have to move super fast, otherwise they will get dry. You won't be able to blend them. They don't move. But the only thing I'm thinking about is how hard it's gonna be for me to remove this eye makeup tonight. Also, the Maybelline Skin Tint. I have no idea why it took me so long to try it. It's such a good product, such a great price as well. I'm trying to remember how much did I pay for it, because I also bought the L'Oreal Skin Tint, and I think I paid around £30 at Superdrug. But I'm not sure if you guys are on TikTok or not. They are also available on TikTok. You can buy them from there as well. I usually link all the products that I'm reviewing on my TikTok shop, so maybe you can have a look over there as well. If not, I'm gonna link them in the description below. The House Labs, this is called High Power Pigment Paint. It's available in multiple colors. This one, if I didn't mention, is called Scarlet Matte, and as you guys saw already, it's such a pigmented product. A little bit goes a long way. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!